Welcome to Arena Australis' The Ring. I am Fish on a Heater, and this is Dr. Trotter. This is a format where we take a carry-over champion from somewhere in Australia or New Zealand, and they pick a meta, they take on a challenger in a best of 5 with that meta, and whoever wins, they are the new champion for that week. Trotter, run us down on what happened last week and who our challenger is for this week.
Yeah, last week was the first time we had a team event running, and our carryover champ Sizzle Me this had paired up with his best buddy that they met at a raid, Mattiechuuu, and they took on Hawk Aussie and Krisader. So that was a crazy kind of matches. So Sizzle did very well, swept 3-0, and then Mattiechuuu at the last minute got one win at the last second in Battle 3. Yeah, Battle 3.
Yeah.
And took out. So Sizzle was the carryover champion, but then you laid a bombshell on me that our man, the man Sizzle, has stepped down from the ring as the champion, right?
Yeah, that's right. So he's he had his time in the sun. He went 5 whole episodes without dropping a single battle. And because he only played 3 battles in the 5th episode, that made it a 23-0 result. And if you were getting that in GBL, then you would be telling everyone about it. But then he's like, this show's all about showcasing talent all around our 2 countries. So I want to step aside and let my mate Matty take the spotlight and see who else can come and challenge him and kind of get that ball rolling again.
Yeah, so the Olympic torch has been passed over. So yeah, Sizzle going down, not dying on his shield, the opposite of that, going out a champion.
Just walking off into the sunset.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Mattiechuuu has lined up against somebody who has been on the show before.
Yeah, so the way we work, if you don't know, is we put a call out in our Discord server every week. Hey, this is what the meta is going to be. If you want to take part in the ring this week, just react to this message. And then I take all the names and I have a wheel that I spin at random. It's a digital wheel. I put all the names in and it picks one at random. And this name that it picked out was Krisader. The guy that he faced last week is now back to try and finish that job that he started last week.
Look, you couldn't script it, could you?
No.
It's just like, it's there. That's the match. And it's brilliant. I love it. Mattiechuuu back in the hot seat as the champion. And gets
get rid of the quotes. He's the champ.
No quotes. He's the champion. All right, he's the carryover champion, and he's taking on Krisader, who technically they're 1-2 right now. So
yeah, kind of. That'll be the quotes. They're 1-2.
The 1-2. Yeah.
So what's the meta?
Starting afresh, and we're doing the Sunrise Cup, not Sunset, not Sunshine, as I've frequently called it.
Yeah.
It is the Sunrise Cup, which is something I've done a fair few battles in already, and I'm really delving into this season 3 of the Silverina. So Fish, what are the typings here?
So it is, here we go, ground, grass, fire, flying, and normal types, and no rock types allowed. So if you've got a Pokemon that is it falls into one of those allowed typings, but it also has a rock typing, then you are not allowed to use that, like a Credilli or my buddy Macargo.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, Macargo's out.
Dang.
Devo.
And shadows are in, right? Shadows are in?
Yeah, so it's often touch and go whether a shadow Pokemon is allowed in an Arena Cup, because they can often unbalance things, but this time they are all aboard, all aboard the Shadow Train. They are good to go.
Oh yeah, that's great. And legendaries are allowed too in this cup.
Yeah,
so
that too.
There's a few things that can sneak in there. Those birds and shadow bird. I mean, who knows? There's a plethora. Are you running any shadows yourself, Fish?
I decided against it. I probably would have gone Shadow Abomasnow if I had one, or if anyone had one, because those things are rare. But I am running regular Abomasnow instead.
Yeah, I'm also not running any shadows, and that's a deliberate thing. All the Pokemon that I'm going to be running their shadows are less preferential for how I like
Yeah,
to play.
cool. All right, well, let's see what Matty and Krisader have picked. We've got Matty on the top, the Valor player. I did forget, like, there's always one production mistake every week, and this week it was I did not put the shadow icons next to the shadow Pokemon. So, Mattiechuuu is running a Shadow Zapdos and a Shadow Abomasnow. He actually has a Shadow Abomasnow. I didn't think it existed. And Crusader, all normal. No shadows in sight for him.
Yeah, and a lot of very, very familiar looking Pokemon here, right, Fish?
Yeah, totally. So this, and it has been confirmed to me by an arena staff member that the intention with this cup was to be a nice dip your toe in the water kind of meta for those people who have only done GBL before. So, with the exception of Azumarill, pretty much everything else you see relevant in this cup is going to be something that's pretty popular in GBL.
Yeah, Season 3 GBL especially, because pre-Season 3, Abomasnow was nowhere to be seen. Without that Powder Snow buff, it was nowhere there. We had no Galarian Stunfisk, Obstagoon, Obsta no one cared. Actually, it didn't exist. That's a bit silly. But yeah, everything, those Skarmories, Mantine. Now, Mantine's an interesting one because it's something that's really high ranked that you don't actually see a whole lot of, except in these all these condensed metas.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Well, I haven't. Maybe I.
Oh no, I totally agree. I don't see it much in GBL myself, but yeah, as soon as an Arena Cup comes around and it's eligible, then it's pretty prominent there.
Yeah, and it is such a bulky, such a great Pokemon. So just looking at Mattiechuu's team, I'm familiar with all of these, even the Shadow Zapdos, because I was loving running that in GBL this season. But Shadow Abomasnow, I haven't used it, so I don't know how squishy it is. Abomasnow isn't the most tanky, and so I'm guessing Shadow Abomasnow not gonna like getting hit by anything.
But of course, you know that trade-off. It's gonna hit back real hard. I believe a Weather Ball from Abomasnow can take out about 50% of a Stunfisk.
Oh wow, that much?
Yeah. I may be proven wrong, so anyone watching this, if you want to just pause and go to PB Poke, you can comment underneath on on how right or wrong I am. Yeah, but
that's a lot. So you don't even need to bait, because the one thing I know is you kind of need to land the Energy Ball on the Stunfisk, and then you can go straight Weather Ball.
Right.
From the Abomasnow in the normal. But if the Shadow is that high damage, Powder Snows are going to be enough, even if it's like 40% of the HP. You can just go straight Weather Ball.
Yeah, that's what I would think as well. Providing I'm correct about the 50%. I may have been.
And how many? So how many fire spins till Shadow Abomasnow's dead then from the A1?
Oh shoot! Okay. Do you know how many fire spins it takes for a regular Abomasnow?
I have no idea. I'm gonna say 8 or 9, just off the top of my head.
Okay, if it did take 8, let's say it took 8 for a regular Abomasnow, I'd say it would take. I'm gonna say 11. No, sorry, it's the other way around. It's
Other way.
Yeah, I'd say 6. 6 for a Shadow Abomasnow.
All right, let's just pad this out while I Abomasnow Shadow.
Tell you what. No, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna pause this recording and I'm gonna bring the PV Poke up on our screen here so we can look this up with the viewers as well.
All right.
Okay, we're back, and I have got PV Poke up here. So, what was the question again? It was how many fire spins does it take to take out an Abomasnow, regular, and Shadow? So
yeah, that was right.
We go Marowak and Aboma.
So I guess 9, I think, or 8.
Oh, and I should probably take out the charge moves as well.
Yep, there we
so
go.
Regular, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like you said, and Shadow, I said 6.
Yep, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
7.
Oh.
Now, check. It has a break point. I think if you maximize, it can get up to 1 extra damage.
Oh,
yeah,
geez,
23.
Okay.
Oh,
23.
Gosh.
So,
actually,
surely
no,
that wouldn't be enough.
No, because it's like it's Yeah, only 7. It's only 7 fast moves. It's only an extra 7 damage.
Yeah, that's fair enough. All right. And while we're here, I might take a look at Shadow of Bomber Snow versus the Stunfisk.
Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Hover over that weather ball. How much does it do?
Does 50 a third. Hang on. So how much does Energy Ball do then?
So just hover over there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
says-
that's okay. So it's the Energy Ball that's 50%. Sorry, not the
Yeah.
weather ball.
Okay. All right. So probably not too different.
It's not too
But
broken.
I guess it wins. Does it win the one shield just straight weather ball?
The one shield with just straight weather ball.
Yeah.
It does.
It does. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm
So
fairly
it can tank
certain
a
that
rock
it
slide.
doesn't in the normal because
Regular
they'll get to another rock. Yeah. Check that out.
Yeah, Stunfisk wins that
Yeah.
one. There you go. Interesting.
Good to know. Good to know. This is great information.
Yeah,
Nish.
totally. This
I'm
this might come in handy during the battles.
Exactly. I mean, I bet Krisader. I don't know. We haven't watched these matches, but I think Krisader would have liked to have seen that information because 5 battles at some point you think we're going to get a Stunfisk against an Bomber Snow.
Yeah. So it's this meta is it's I think a more condensed meta than we've had in the past because you can see these guys have almost the same team. They've both got Mantine, they've both got Stunfisk, they've both got Skarmory, and they've both got a Bomber Snow, although one is Shadow and one's not. They've both got a counter user in Vigoroth and a Bomber Snow, and Maddie's counter user does beat Krisader's counter user, which is something worth noting. And then the only difference is Krisader running the Marowak versus Maddie's Zapdos. Now, what difference do you think that unique Pokemon will bring to either person?
I really like the Marowak, to be honest. I think it has much more options to do much more damage to other things on Maddie's team than the Zapdos does against Crusader's team. Now, sure, it also very dependent on shield. So if Zapdos gets into a situation where it's not against Stunfisk and it's got a shield advantage or an energy advantage, it's going to do pretty well and probably win. But you have to get it to that point.
Yeah.
And in this cup, it's even the hard counters aren't super hard. They're still coming out moderately close.
Yeah, totally.
So it'll be interesting to see if Maddie can get in that situation to let that Zapdos do some work.
Yeah, the Zapdos will be quite hard countered by the Galarian Stunfisk if it gets locked in against it. The Marowak is going to get pretty hard countered by Mantine if it gets locked in against that. But if they can get it matched up against the Pokemon they want, that Marowak is going to be fantastic as a core breaker to Skarmory and Vigoroth. It'll also beat the Skarmory Abomasnow core and Abomasnow Vigoroth. The Zapdos is going to be really good against a double flyer strategy from Krisader. So if Krisader's probably not going to, it's going to reconsider the idea of running Skarmory and Mantine in the same team.
Yeah, and I mean, I really like Abomasnow, Alola Marowak as a core, especially in this sort of setting. I think it covers everything pretty darn nicely.
Yep, totally. Although I think Mantine paired with almost anything makes a very good core in this meta. I think Mantine is very OP.
He is, especially considering he's a really good Vigoroth counter.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Absolutely. And
potentially the best, I'm going to say. The best in this meta.
Best Vig counter?
Mm-hmm.
No, Drifloon. And Marowak's better than... you were saying as a Vig counter. Mantine is a Vig counter.
Yeah. It's something sorry, I guess I should say I'm using Mantine as a Vig counter because it is one of the few Pokemon, except for maybe Drifloon, but I'm not seeing anyone taking Drifloon at the moment.
Marowak too.
But you can actually,
a little more popular.
You can switch in, but you can switch in. So even if you're at an energy loss, you can switch in Mantine and still pull out a win.
Mhm.
Skarmory can't do it.
Right.
If you mirror and they've got an energy advantage, even 1 or 2 counters, you're gonna lose.
Sure. All right. I think that's the analysis out of the way. Let's get into the battles. Let's do it. Here's battle 1.
Okay.
Matty versus Krisader for the title of champion. Here we go. It is Krisader's Obstagoon going in against the Galarian Stunfisk for the Mattiechuuu. Now, those counters are going to add up real fast. Mattiechuuu indecisive, bringing up that switch window, then opting to stay in, fire off a Rock Slide. Now, the Obstagoon can tank it. Krisader knows that. So, Krisader is letting that go. Now, Mattiechuuu has switched out, bringing out the Mantine. So, Krisader doesn't have a very hard counter to that. In fact, the only real counter on Krisader's team to a Mantine is the Abomasnow, and Krisader did not bring that Abomasnow. So now he has to go into that dreaded mirror match. Dr. Trotter, how much do you know about the mirror match for Mantine?
Yeah, it's one that you can sit back and take your time and work out how you want to play it. So, pour a cup of tea, keep tapping. So far, both battlers doing one bubble being to debuff each other, and it's the Ice Beam. So here we go. Ice Beam, unshielded, single debuff, and you'll see how much this doesn't actually do.
Yeah, so it is taking it into the yellow, and now it's just going to be this waiting game of like if you remember playing the core Pokemon games and you had that very first battle against your rival, and they had their Pokemon that just knows Tackle and your Pokemon just knows Tackle. It's like you can try and get ahead by using a Growl or a Leer first, but then that's just going to open the door for them to tackle you as well.
Got a shield there, so Krisader trying to put himself in a positive spot here to take this match out. And charging up some extra energy and going for the bubble. I mean, there's no need to shield here, Matty, because you're going down either way. Yeah, let's it go. So Krisader able to flip that matchup back in his favor.
Okay, so one Rock Slide will take it out from here. Even one Bubble Beam, I don't think will be enough to stop the Rock Slide from taking it out. So we'll have to see if Krisader stays in or gets out of there and saves that Mantine for later. Opting to just let that Mantine go. And now it is going to be up to Vigoroth. Sorry, not Vigoroth. That's on Maddie's team. The Obstagoon and the Marowak to finish the job.
Oh, going for the Night Slash here. If this doesn't go shielded, and it doesn't. Wow. What a call from Mattiechuuu. And then switching out to the Vigoroth, but he's going to take a cross chop.
Wow, that's crazy. So that might have been a bit of a bluff because I don't think we'd seen a cross chop yet from the Obstagoon. So obviously, if Mattiechuu's just seen the Night Slash, then maybe more tempted not to use that shield. Now he knows, and now it's just Vigoroth versus the Marowak, and this is not going to end well for the Vig.
Yeah, Vigoroth needs to get to 2 Bulldozers. Oh, here we go, going for the bait here. Are we going to get a shield from Marowak from Krisader's side? He knows. Oh, and he does!
Wow.
Mattiechuuu lets the bait. Bait City, let's go. Mattiechuuu all over it. So yeah, Bone Club definitely obviously the better move here. You don't want to throw Shadow Balls, even though it will do more damage. Even as rubbish as Bone Club is, it is still a lower DPE move.
Well, it actually won't. It's double resisted, so Bone Club is doing more damage than the Shadow Ball in this case.
Oh, it's more damage, not just DPE, is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, if Bone Club's doing more damage and it's lower energy, then it's definitely lower DPE. Higher DPE.
Oh, and interesting. Mattiechuuu switching out here to eat a Bone Club. So, really hoping that his AWAC, the Vigoroth in the back is going to be able to get the job done. It just gets to this Rock Slide. Wow, these are so tight, these matches. This isn't quite going to KO, I don't believe.
No, it takes it into the red, but that counter finishes it off.
This is extra energy.
Now out comes Big again, and that double super effective counter finishes that off. It's now down to the Marowak. One Body Slam will do it from here, but the Fire Spin takes it out first. Oh, wow.
Wow. That is a testament to how close everything can be in this cup. Like, I don't know, of the 30 or 40 matches I've done so far, I've had a lot of 1 HP in a dream kind of wins.
Yeah.
And that just showed you how close it was. Really good use of switches and energy on Mattiechuu's side. But Krisader just getting it done. That fire spin essentially got the job done.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you make of the teams that both brought? We had it was the Marowak, the Obstagoon, and the Stunfisk. No, it's the Marowak, Obstagoon, and Mantine from Crusader. And on Maddie's side, it was the Vigoroth, Mantine, and Stunfisk. Is that right? Did I remember that right?
Yeah, that's right. Neither of them bringing that Abomasnow. So really, that was Mantine's match to win.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably the most standard core of this meta. I think that Mantine, Stunfisk, Vigoroth.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's hard to beat because even if you line everything up, there's still going to be a bit of play, little close baits. Like anything with Mantine's a bait game, potentially.
Absolutely.
So,
all right, let's check out battle.
I think,
yes. Go on.
yeah, I think we're going to see some Abomasnow action shortly.
All right, I think you are absolutely right. Let's check out battle number 2. It is So
Go Mantine, go! No, this is great. I love the Mantine.
Wait, no, are we gonna do like the Kent Brockman commentary or the Latin American guy next door commentary? You know that one?
Yeah, 100.
Holds it.
No, I was thinking full
Latin American
what's
guy.
his name? Yeah. Latin American. Go!
Uses a bubble beam, doesn't get the shield. That's incredible. All right, so I think they've both gone a bubble beam at the moment. So both single debuffs. This is more like a golf match here. So now I think Krisader was going for the ice beam. Mattiechuuu also gone for an ice beam. Krisader opting not to shield. So this is gonna hurt, but not as much as if it had been debuffed. So just enough to take it into the yellow. And Mattiechuuu opting not to shield as well. So now they're both in the yellow. Looks like Mattiechuu's Mantine slightly less bulky because that thing is now into the red. Crusader's still in the yellow. Mattiechuuu going for a bubble beam, trying to get that shield from Krisader. Krisader not falling for it, because Krisader knew that he could survive that. So now the Zapdos is going to come out. Now has to shield this ice beam. Has to shield the ice beam. He's not going to... he shields it last second. Oh, wow. That would have been just horrendous if that had gotten through. But now Zapdos is in a position that it doesn't want to be, and that is locked in against this Stunfisk. Trotter, is there... What ways out of this can you see for a Zapdos right now?
Man, there's only one way out for Zapdos.
And that's in a cardboard box?
Yeah. Now, what I would like to see, though, is Krisader make sure he gets some extra energy. Make sure he's got some energy after this matchup to be able to keep that pressure on. And you can see there, he's at least maybe 1 2/3 or a quarter, half. I know numbers. Rockslide comes out and they're deleted. So you assume Mantine's probably going to come out, but it could be Vig. Could be trying to farm up a bit of energy with Vig because 1 Rockslide and yeah.
And that Mantine did not have much HP left. It can tank a few Mudshots still, so it can maybe do some damage to that Stunfisk. But I think that Mantine's pretty much out of the game. Excellent bait, excellent shield there by Mattiechuuu, blocking the Earthquake, and now can farm down with those counters against the Stunfisk. What are we going to see next? It is going to be that Marowak. Of course, it's the Marowak.
Oh, this is a real rough spot. I mean, even if Mattiechuuu lands like the perfect sack swap, it's not going to help. Got to get a little bit of energy, and in comes the Bone Club. The best thing Mattiechuuu can do here is sack swap to at least catch a Bone Club, but it's not looking pretty. It's not looking pretty.
Trying to get that shield with the body slam, and that's a good play.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, excellent. It's not going to be enough though. It's not going to get to another Bulldoze, and couldn't catch that charge move either. So now the Mattiechuu's gone with that bubble beam. So that Mantine did manage to do something with its day, other than just come in and faint. Wow, it didn't actually get the feint. I did not see that coming. I thought it would be enough to feint it. Krisader managing to charge that up, and with the slightest sliver of HP left, throws an Ice Beam, takes out the rest of Mattiechuu's Vigoroth.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought knew it wasn't going to kill, but I thought it would be enough that Mattiechuu's Mantine would actually be able to win that match, but got farmed down by Bubbles.
Yeah,
and then,
that is nuts.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so
that Zapdos getting hard counted was.
It was a nice idea trying to switch it in to get that extra bit of energy on it, because as you said, that Shadow Zapdos with energy can wreck some stuff. But
but not a Stunfisk.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the risk you take when you're switching in Zapdos and letting it get locked in, is letting that happen.
Yeah, I would definitely, if you're going to play Zapdos, you either want to lead it or only bring it in a positive situation. So if that means you have to lose
like a counter
the first Pokemon, yeah, don't say swap into it, because it's the least safe swap in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Krisader bringing that Marowak 2 times now, and has worked very well for him, because Mattiechuuu has brought the Vigoroth both times, and Marowak obviously hard countering that.
Yeah, and I noticed Krisader opting not to bring that Obstagoon this time, and happy to sort of have the Mantine instead to, I guess, counter that Galarian Stunfisk, should it come.
Which is, I think, that's perfectly reasonable to not bring the Obsta, because the Mantine's still going to beat the Stunfisk, and your Marowak's going to do wonders against the Abomasnow. So the Obstagoon not quite as important. Now, if you are convinced that Maddie's going to bring both of those Pokemon, then maybe Obstagoon is a good idea, because it can break both of those Pokemon. Yeah,
but now Krisader's in the position where Mattiechuuu has to do something, right? Got to turn this around somehow. Sure. So I guess Krisader can play it safe, keep that same Mantine, AWAC, whatever the hell else he wants, line, and just sort of put it on Mattiechuuu to land the win.
Because Matty has to win the next 3 to obviously turn this around. Let's see how he goes. Mattiechuuu with Battle 3. Good luck. And we are seeing the Shadow Abomasnow coming out against the regular Abomasnow. We haven't seen these Pokemon on either side all battle, and now it comes in. So, now, interesting fact, the CMP ties are decided by the normal Abomasnow's stats. So, this Abomasnow had a higher attack IV than the regular Abomasnow, even before applying the Shadow bonus. Yeah, I know, interesting, right? So now we're getting 1 shield from, I think that was Maddie's side? Yeah, and Krisader opting not to shield. Now he is using that shield, but at this stage, it might even be able to farm it down. Probably have to spend a shield here if he wants to make that safe. Opting not to, so now it's going to be... Oh, there it is. There's that shield. So now he can get that farm down. No, Krisader is switching out, and Mattiechuuu, good reflexes, but now bringing in the Vigoroth. Now that is rough, because that Marowak is going to be a very good core breaker to both the Vigoroth and the Abomasnow. And that was a panic switch if I've ever seen one. I've done that too. Have you done that, Trotter? Like that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, you've seen that Pokemon.
Every day I'll do a panic switch. And then,
that was a terrible switch.
So, did you see the team there? Does Mattiechuuu have a Mantine in the back?
I did not. No, I was too busy concentrating on that Abomasnow. Like I was hypnotized by the Abomasnow's Shadow Flame.
Wow, and going for the bait here and gets it.
Wow.
Krisader didn't need to shield even a Bulldoze. It would have still come away with the win. Would have been low on HP.
Oh, almost manages to get to a Bulldoze. That would have been a really, really big deal if that had come through.
Yeah, but I guess Krisader going off the fact that if Mattiechuuu doesn't have Mantine, which he doesn't, Abomasnow is in a solid spot here to take out whatever else there is.
Okay, so how much will a Rock Slide do?
Won't KO. Rock Slide won't KO from here. It'll be left with a sliver of health, but it'll probably get a farm down after one Rock Slide.
Yeah.
But Krisader not giving that option. bringing out the Mantine. How much does this do, Fish?
This will do debuffed about a third. A third to a half.
That much.
Yeah, that much. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that much, Dr. Trotter. So
Yeah.
I would like to see Matty now, after this is thrown, switch out into the Abominus Node. And he heard me.
Is.
So is going to get to the Weather Ball before the Mantine can get to the Bubble Beam. This is not going to KO, but it's going to bring it fairly close. Oh, yeah, I thought it did KO for a second. And we can get the farm down, not able to send off that last bubble to KO it. And now one Fire Spin taking out that Abominus Node.
Oh, and throws
just
the rock
going
slide.
for the rock slide. Now, this is very interesting. So, as Trotter said, that is not going to completely KO. So, wow, left it with one mud shot worth
That's
left.
perfect. It's perfect.
Perfectly done. And now here's that rock slide to take out the Abominus Node.
Wow. What a turnaround from Mattiechuuu here. Just, oh my goodness. It's just everything lining up perfectly with damage, health left over. Wow, Shadow Abominus Node. The hype is real.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's very handy to have that one mud shot worth of HP left on that Marowak to ensure that it gets to that rock slide even faster before the Abominus Node can get to that Weather Ball and take it out.
Yeah, critical, you might even say, because it was very close. Wow, Mattiechuuu fighting back. Man, the number of mirror matches we've had so far tonight, these guys are really thinking along similar lines. I guess everything really being focused around Mantine, Skarmory, and countering those is sort of why they're picking the Pokemon and leading what they're leading, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just happy that we're not getting another bloody replay.
yeah. I bet PvP Steve's happy there's no replay too.
All right, let's check out battle number 4. The score is 2-1. Krisader just needs to win one more battle to become the new champion of the ring. Mattiechuuu has to win the next 2, which, he's already won 1. 2 more shouldn't be too much more of a hard ask, you'd think. Here's battle number 4. And it is the Mantine versus the Obstagoon. Now, Krisader is just getting straight out of there into its own mirror match. And here it is! The Shadow Zapdos! The Krisader has just gone straight for an Ice Beam because he knows there ain't no mucking around with the Shadow Zapdos. That thing is just going to look in the Mantine's direction and it's going to faint. You can see how much that Thundershock is doing. It hasn't even thrown a charge move yet, and it's almost down to half HP. Throwing a Drill Peck instead of the Thunderbolt. And
not shielding.
And that Drill Peck, just the Drill Peck doing so much damage. It doesn't care, Trotter.
Mate, honestly, even better. That's like the best thing possible because he's got extra energy here now to throw elsewhere. This has put Mattiechuuu in the driver's seat. This absolutely... Oh, man, I'm loving this. More of this, Mattiechuuu. Let's keep it coming.
And already up to another Drill Peck.
Yeah, and I mean, Bone Club isn't going to do that much. It will almost... Actually, at this point, no, it's going to KO. It's going to KO. But it looks like he's going for the Fire Spin, and that's a risky play because...
Wow, here comes another one! So Krisader has to use that shield again. So got a little bit greedy. One more Fire Spin would have done it. But now Krisader is defenseless. I repeat, Krisader is defenseless. Now Mattiechuuu can come out with his own Mantine. And it can take Shadow Ball very easily here. Krisader still trying to go for a bait, which, look, I don't think that was the right play. I think should have just gone straight for that Shadow Ball because it's going down very soon. Tried to get the switch out, but couldn't do it. So now one Bubble Beam is going to completely finish off that Krisader's Marowak and take all that energy with it.
And now you've got this lead matchup again, except this time Mantine
now it's personal.
Shield. It's got a shield, so he knows it's going to beat the Obstagoon. I would shield this first one and then debuff it, but Mattiechuuu happy to take it and just debuff now and in a solid spot. I guess he's being very wary of Night Slash having the boost, and you want to shield the one after the boost. because that's one that's going to do more damage.
Well, I mean,
there we go.
It's a weird one because like the conventional wisdom with Mantine is that you want to shield the first move that comes in against your Mantine because after being bubble beamed it'll do less damage. So there's that weird little dynamic there.
Whoa! Takes it and then switches. He's tapping on that earthquake already. Mattiechuuu knows exactly what he wants, and he wants to finish with
style.
EQ. Yeah, style points. No shield. Wow, no shield. Not worried about a cross chop. And ink style points for Mattiechuuu. And look, I mean, that is style points.
Maybe he thought that the earthquake would just be quicker than trying to get it with like bubble beams and ice beams.
Yeah, quite possibly. Although Ice Beam at that range is pretty close to KOing. But Shadow Zapdos hype coming in hot. After people watch this, I think we're going to see one or two more Zapdoses in this cup. Because you saw there, it didn't need to throw a Thunderbolt. It could throw Drill Peck and then just fast move down. That Thunder Shock damage.
Thundershock.
Just coming in hard. Even though it's supposed to be an energy generator, not a damage, it's just double super effective.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, I loved it. If you can't tell, my heart rate's elevated. It's great. We're down to the wire, Mattiechuuu versus Krisader.
And it was an interesting play to bring the Zapdos as well, because we hadn't seen Double Flyer from Krisader at all. So, I guess he could have been trying to catch Mantine Obstagoon, or, you know what? My best bet would be that he literally only brought that for the Mantine, and that's it, and wanted to be able to counter that thing.
Yeah, I mean, and this potentially could mean Krisader benches Mantine this round.
Ooh, do you think he's capable of doing that? That is a tough thing to do.
It is a tough thing to do, but what does Mantine really do for his team here against Mattiechuu's team?
Oh, it beats...
It's really there.
It beats the Skarmory, it beats the Stunfisk.
Yeah, it's there for that. What can beat those things? So he's got AWAC, which can do pretty well, and Obstagoon. And he's been running AWAC like no tomorrow.
Okay, so then what would you pair with Marowak and Obsta?
Oh, you gotta go Stunfisk.
Okay, sure. And then that would also hard counter that Zapdos that we are thinking is quite possible.
Yep, hard counter Zapdos, hard counter Skarmory. But, I mean, that also opens up the door for Mattiechuu's Mantine, so this opens up... Oh, it's great. Let's get into it. I'm excited.
Let's do it. Match number 5. It's been a while since it has been this tight and sweaty. Here we go. Battle 5 is a Vig versus a Mantine. So, Krisader has the upper hand in this one. I only just noticed that it's Wing Attack. After 5 battles, I just noticed that it's Wing Attack.
Also, I did not see that. That explains why Mattiechuu's Mantine was going down so much faster than Krisader's.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so how does that Wing Attack change things, do you think, Dr. Trotter?
Well, I think it's a lot more chip damage on a Bomber Snow, and that's about it. Actually, no, because it's going to lose the Stunfisk matchup.
It's going to lose to Stunfisk and to Skarmory, I believe.
Yeah, Skarmory as well.
So that is actually a fairly big disadvantage for Krisader. The Vigoroth is really building up some of that damage. It's managed to get 1 shield already. Krisader keeping on going with those bubble beams, and Mattiechuuu still holding his nerve, not shielding. In about a third of its HP left now. Those body slams are just not going to do that much because it's been debuffed about 17 times. Let's see what it does. It is about half the remaining HP. Gonna get to another bubble beam. Again, this won't KO, so it's gonna need to rely on some wing attacks getting in before it gets to another body slam.
And this thing is where you see Bubble is obviously doing a lot more damage than Wing Attack here, because he is down the shield and he's losing this matchup. This is supposed to be the safe matchup for Mantine.
Right, yeah. So if you're playing at home and you're deciding what to run for Sunrise Cup, if you want to go Mantine, do not run Wing Attack. Bubble is the way to play. So Krisader managing to mudshot down the Vigoroth. And, well, we know what we're going to see here. It is the Mantine, Mattiechuuu, with that excellent switch advantage now. That Rock Slide, he's going to shield that first Rock Slide. And then it's just going to be Debuff City. Okay, yeah, Krisader is now bringing out that Abomasnow. And interesting, going for a debuff first, we do get a bit of mutual lag. Going
Yeah,
for the
but
debuff.
you see, it's that Zapdos in the back. Zapdos can't take anything. It's so squishy.
Well, I think that might be why he's trying to go for the debuff first. So maybe with the shield. I mean, no. I mean that Abomasnow's got 2 weather balls already built up. So this is gonna actually be a big misstep from Mattiechuuu. So that weather ball is gonna come in. And do you think this will be a one-hit KO?
No, it won't be a one-hit KO. It'll do most of the HP, but not quite a one-hit. Weather Ball's not the most tanky move.
All right,
but
so
can he get to a drill peck? Yes.
You'd think you'd see the shield here, and we'll get the farm down. And now this Abomasnow is going to be able to finish off that Mantine very nicely. Couple of energy balls should do it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate here. Mattiechuuu went for the big brain play again, the double flyer, but instead of Skarmory, he went to Zapdos, and it just didn't quite pay off.
You know what would be good for Mattiechuuu here? Wing attack on Mantine. So now Krisader just bringing out that the Stunfisk, going to do some fairly heavy damage with the Rock Slide because it has not been debuffed yet. We'll take out a bit over half of the remaining HP from Mantine. Going for that Ice Beam, but that will not be enough. One more Rock Slide is going to finish this off. We can count it down. That Rock Slide is coming. It's coming.
3,
it's coming.
2, 1. Oh, Mattiechuuu just couldn't. You have to know that as soon as you Zapdos.
Look at that GG's.
He's already typed it. As soon as the Zapdos wasn't lined up with that Mantine, it was going to be a big uphill battle. So even though Mattiechuuu dominated the lead, shielded, had 2 shields versus 1, not being able to take out, just that Zapdos was just a bit weak in the back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When Maddie had that switch advantage, got that the Mantine in against the Stunfisk, I was thinking that it was actually gonna be a pretty solid win for Mattiechuuu because the Zapdos does put so much pressure on the Abomasnow, and we know Mantine beats the Stunfisk. I was thinking, one of those situations where Krisader wasn't going to be able to get a good matchup again, but because Matty tried to go for that debuff first, it enabled Krisader to build up so much energy, and that proved a huge difference. Managed to flip that matchup just with that energy lead.
Yeah, and I think this is where it comes down to that Mattiechuuu had Season 2 off, didn't do a whole lot of battles, and Krisader didn't. And just that little bit of calm under pressure really came through there for Krisader to win match 3. But man, what a fight back.
I know.
Matches 3 and 4 from Mattiechuuu.
This guy's already better than me. He hasn't played for a whole season. He's still a better battler than me.
Just got to bring Shadows out those.
Yeah, make sure not to put it in against an Abomasnow.
Or a Stunfisk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things. But anyway, so we have a new champion now.
Krisader, the ring champion. If you want to take on Krisader in the ring, a best of 5 set with a meta that he will pick, just after we finish recording this, I'm going to go message him and say, hey, well done, man. Congratulations being the new champ. What do you want to battle with next week? If you want to take him on in that meta, join the Arena Australis Discord server. There is a link in the description of the video. Come to the Join a Lobby channel, react to the ring, and then wait for that call out. We put that call out every week. Just as soon as you react to that, we pick someone at random. It might be Krisader again. No, it won't be Krisader again because we told them they can't battle for at least a week after they've lost. And in fact, Krisader's the champion again. Oh, we were going so well.
Man, you were nailing it.
And then I just completely got derailed. So yeah, Krisader is of course battling again because he's the champion. Mattiechuuu can't play next week. You might come in against him in a future week. I don't know. Just come to the Discord. Say hi to me. Say hi to Trotter. We'll see you there.
Bye.